Chapter 11. Let me do as I please. Ihira had ordered Tokiwa to escort me to the front gate. Tokiwa and I looked at each other in astonishment. Oh, that's unusual. You sure are caring when it comes to this girl, aren't you, Ihira? I'm sure it's just your imagination. After all that's happened, nothing bad will happen if I have her escorted to the front gate. I don't mind, but I would feel so guilty. I couldn't accept your kindness after everything I've done. It's alright. Ihira is said to be a demon, but he'll make exceptions for Hayabusa's lovely wife. What? That has a nice ring to it. I'd love to find a girl like that. Stay quiet, you. Alright. But if I'm like Hayabusa and act like a good boy, Ihira will start to favor me. I should reform myself. Please do just that. You're too difficult to deal with and give me a headache all the time. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Why don't we go soon, Misao? But my mood started to brighten up after hearing their conversation. But being treated so nicely after all, that made me feel awkward. There still might be a ruckus outside of Kikuya. It's dangerous to travel alone tonight, so you may spend the night if you wish. How about it? You don't look so well either. Shouldn't you go home and get some proper rest? You can come here again tomorrow afternoon. I'll arrange it so that you can meet with Hayabusa. What? Takao! It's fine, isn't it? I was just following your example. Ihira looked worried, but Takao looked at him with a smile. Got it? I'll be waiting for you tomorrow. You'll be able to talk to him for a little while. I don't know how to thank you. You don't have to. Seeing you and Hayabusa happy is enough for me. Aww, Takao. You still have hope. Where there's a will, there's a way. Being unable to see your dreams and come true in the pleasure district is the worst type of punishment. Takao's smile was extremely kind. I thought I was done crying, but the dormant tears rolled down my face. Thank you so much. I haven't done a thing. This guy's the one who's going to take you to the front gate. Ow! Don't push me! All that's left is Ihira's judgment. I just can't leave these two young, inexperienced kids alone. So, I guess you do have a heart, Ihira. I thought you were just going to trick his naive girl into giving you her valuables, but... So, you knew about that too? Huh? What are you talking about? You don't have to know. What? Ihira, it seems that there are courtesans who love to gossip crawling around Kikuya. You should assume that the walls have eyes and ears. It looks like I can't even speak carelessly inside of my own room. Well, if it's something truly confidential, then you should keep it to yourself. Tokiwa, take her home already. Yes, sir. Wait, don't order me around, Takao. My cheeks started to loosen up just a little bit. I finally noticed that I've been smiling. Your face looks so much brighter now. Let's go, Misao. I thanked Ihira and Takao politely and left Kikuya. Hayato had taken me down Yoshiwara's main road numerous times. However, Tokiwa was by my side tonight. I never meant to make Hayato suffer this much. I didn't want to cause any trouble or bring anyone bad luck. A deep sense of regret was swimming inside of me right now. Don't make such a gloomy face. It would make Hayabusa sad to see you like this. Tokiwa spoke in a bright, indifferent tone. I looked up at him and noticed that he was smiling. But right now, Hayabusa must be... Do you know what's happening to him now? I hesitated but slowly started to nod. Oh, did Ihira tell you? Yeah, that's why it's so hard for me. I don't know what to do. I'll tell you something because of how earnest you are. The hardships men endure for their loved ones are like medals to them. Got it? Medals? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? He's suffering for his one true love. Because of Tokiwa's excited tone, it made me think that things happening to Hayato were admirable. though I knew that wasn't the case. But right now Hayato is. Do you think Hayato's like that too? I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. Like, it's kind of romantic in a way, but in a very like crazy, fucked up way. I'm not sure. Is a man's heart that hard to understand? Tokiwa shrugged. In any case, cheer up. I'm sure Hayabusa wanted you to smile. Okay. I think about what I should do a little more. Sounds good. But you and Hayabusa think about each other so much. You should relax a little. Thanks. We were at the front gate in no time. Somewhere in this pleasure district, Hayato was. Yes, I was reluctant, but ultimately I had to go home. The next day, while the sun was still out, I headed toward Kikuya as promised. And Takao took me to the jail, where Hayato was being held. Takao, thank you so much. No, don't worry about it. You've been so good to me. I thought a lot about last night's events and remember how gallant you'd been. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I know, I was just teasing you a little bit. So what were you thinking? Well, I was thinking about the time you'd eavesdropped on us at Hayato's room. Oh yeah, that had happened. You hadn't told Ihira about what you've heard, right? I'm sure you hadn't because you were being so nice to me. Yeah, I wonder. Why won't you tell me? It doesn't matter either way. You'd heard my conversation with Ihira yesterday, right? There are courtesans who love to gossip crawling around Kikuya. It finally hit me. It really didn't matter. I was sure that Takao let other people decide what they wanted to believe. It was on me to trust him or doubt him. He was so mysterious. All of these events helped me understand why Hayato looked up to Takao. Here it is. The guards should be out on patrol right now. Now's the only time you can sneak in and meet with them. Thanks. Don't make too much of a scene just because the guards aren't around. I won't. I silenced my footsteps as I infiltrated the guard station. Hayato. Oh, look at him, he's 30. I shouted and rushed over to Hayato. Misao. Hayato slowly lifted his head up. His eyes shined in dim space. Why are you here? Well, Takao let me here. Takao did? You sure have gotten yourself into a fine mess. Hayato's eyes opened wide in shock and he returned to his senses. You can't stay here. They'll be back any minute. It's okay, Hayabusa. Right now the officers are out on patrol and there's only one young guard out in front. Is that true? Yeah, so we have a little bit of time. Feeling relieved, Hayato breathed in and slowly started to blink. It had only been one night, but he looked so pale, his clothes were tattered, and he had bruises all over. Hayato, I can't believe they did this to you. I took a handkerchief from my bosom and tried to wipe the dirt from his cheek. I reached out and touched his body. His body shivered, but then he put his hand over mine. It was the coldest I've ever felt it. It trembled, little by little. Hayato. I put both my hands around his and gripped it tightly. I'm so sorry, this is all my fault. I did this all on my own. You don't need to worry. I decided to do this in case anything happened. But it hurts, doesn't it? It's better than imagining you're suffering in pain. But you're all scattered up. This is the first time I've ever cherished someone more than myself. You're more important than anything else to me. You're so important to me, that's why I'm protecting you. You'll let me continue doing it, right? No. There you go again, saying no to everything. I can't help it. I don't like seeing you suffer. I never want to see you suffer either. Oh. Hayato slowly started to hug me. I'm so glad. I could hear his whisper vanish into my ear. It went inside of me and made me overjoyed. I put my arms around him as well. I don't know what I'd do if I never saw you again. I don't want that. Yeah, neither do I. He buried his face in my neck. He gave me a light kiss in the same spot. Oh, our bodies separated slightly. This time we kissed on the lips. My heart throbbed and I couldn't breathe. It was also painful. We kissed even deeper than ever before. We pressed our lips together forcefully. Misao. Hayato. And then, as he sweetly and gently picked my lips, Hayato pulled back. I slowly opened my closed eyes and we were now looking straight at each other. Then, Hayato suddenly started blinking. Sorry, I forgot you were here, Tako. That was right. Tako was right there with us. Panic and move away from Hayato. Apologize. Simply blush. I would say... Panic and move away. Ow! I started to panic and pushed Hayato away from me. It was terrible of me. I'm sorry, Hayato. You don't have to be so flustered. Yeah, I'm used to seeing that stuff in Yoshiwara, but that was really intense. It tastes differently each time, doesn't it? Tako began to chuckle. I really couldn't handle how embarrassing it was. In an instant, all I could think about was Hayato. I couldn't think of anything else. Sorry, Tako. I'm sorry. You don't need to worry about it. It's only natural to let your passions flow in a place like this. You two can continue if you don't mind me watching. That's so weird. We wouldn't do that. Are you sure? You really don't act like a courtesan, Hayabusa. I can't believe your cheeks are pink just like hers after doing that. I started to notice that Hayato's cheeks were really red. Oh, look at him blushing. That's him being red. the three stripes. We looked at each other's flushed cheeks. And then,